My favorite was the very first time that it happened. Some man came for a few hours, some stayed all night, and some even stayed for breakfast. We had 4 to 5 rules, and the house rules were non-negotiable. So we sussed guys out, and there was a science to it. We had 20 to 25 men. They came from London, New York, and Paris. We blacked out windows, we moved furniture, and we cleared out the closet. The house was broken down into various colors: red, blue, and pitch black for those who were less confident. I was trying to capture a particular kind of energy that I felt was outside of London. Some were dark, some were muscle-bound, some were just out and out damn sexy. If guys are still talking about the Black Perverse Network 20 plus years later, then it achieved what it set out to do.
There is a dark side to our universe. Most of the cosmos is made of something astronomers cannot see at all. Dark matter.
When you ask questions in science, when you ask questions of nature, you will get answers that are much bigger than what you went out to find.
Galaxies are held together by an invisible halo of dark matter.
We know there is mass there. So a better name might have been the missing luminosity. That is, where is this matter? Dark matter is a good term. Unknown matter may be a good term. But the fact that it's dark is its most prominent characteristic. I like dark matter. And just like in the solar system, where most of the mass is at the sun, you expect that as things get farther and farther away, they orbit more slowly. And what we found is that these stars are going just as rapidly as those stars, and we're forced to conclude that they're responding to a gravitational field we don't see. And that gravitational field must be composed of dark matter. Pleasure to see things you've never seen before and to attempt to understand them.
95% of the universe is black. I see a new, better version of myself, one that a younger me never thought I would be able to reach.
I see someone who is quite vulnerable and soft.
I see Titilayo, which means everlasting joy.
I see generations before me, people that have fought for me to be able to live my life with the freedom that I can.
I'm painting black people as a black person and painting queer people as a queer person. That kind of self-defining narrative where it's not someone else imposing a narrative or idea.
I want the work that I send out to the world to be human, realistic, and show the fullness and variety of our experience, but also to really prioritize joyfulness, because that is my reality.
I see queerness in the way I move. I took all the elements of movement and dance, which makes it virtuosic and favorable, and I just queered it.
People have a very narrow viewpoint of what like a queer black person might act like or look like.
I'm always told my body's really strong and muscular and androgynous, and it's just quite violent that people think they have the right to tell me what my body looks like.
It takes a lot of energy, it takes a lot of emotional labor to educate somebody who realistically shouldn't have oppressed me anyway.
Queer people of colour were always having to explain ourselves, people questioning me or telling me, oh, but you don't seem very non-binary. And I'm like, well, what does non-binary look like?
I always try and flip the angle of do we have a responsibility to teach, and rather I think that we all have a responsibility to learn. The emotional side of being in lots of different environments as a queer person of colour meant that you kind of adopt ways of silencing yourself.
You're made to feel like you're not valued. People still don't understand intersectionality, so yeah, I'm queer, but also I'm black, and then I'm non-binary.
Being othered or feeling like I'm other, it's made me feel isolated. Sometimes I kind of notice I other myself, so like I feel like I'm different to other people.
Through finding my community, I was able to find my chosen family and a lot of my tribe. Once I found that community, I was able to just really let go and express myself how I really wanted to.
If you're a person who is never represented, it is very crucial for you to be able to come into a space where you can be there as a human being outside of your labels.
I won't be happy until seeing a stage full of dark-skinned people and they don't start questioning anything. I don't think I've done enough.
When I look around gallery spaces, I'm always looking for someone who looks like me or an artist that comes from my background.
If it's not outside of trauma, there isn't any other narratives that are being told.
You look back in any kind of non-Western history in terms of mythology or storytelling, there have always been identities that have been in flux. And to know that we're not an anomaly, that we've always existed.
I would hope that future generations don't have to explain themselves. I hope people can just be.
So children can grow up not feeling scared to come out and be who they really are. It doesn't matter about your identity, because at the end of the day, we're all human and we're all deserving of love and respect.
And instead of having to believe you can be seen, knowing you've already been seen. knowing you already existed and knowing you was already represented will be great for the generations after us.
Call this world a manageable canopy. Call my window a faulty drainage passage. Call my skin a raincoat, training on ways to shield me from this water that stalks the fences of my body. How its cryptic hand carves me a bowl of sweat as a parting gift. There are no dry roads I can find to walk through and back from the world undetected. I wonder if anyone notices. My superpower is to flood myself with worry. My room tries to contain me, afraid to bother neighbors. I scrounge for any ounce of power in a world I already feel powerless in. I shake at the idea of flashlights glowing on my weakness. I remind myself, every superhero wore a disguise. Only difference is the only person I can't save is myself. My ghost drips inside every photo caption I upload. The walls of my room are an audience to the debates I have with myself on whether to head outside when the sun knocks with its bruised fist. Everything around me feels like it carries water. Everything with water seems to be keeping its eye on me. The radio fuzzes like a robot dropped in an ocean. The wind feels like an invisible tornado. A friend drinks from a glass of water and it spills while attempting to pounce on me. I want to tell her that water has claws, but my mouth shuts. I respond to every "how are you" message with "I'm good," and carry the real answer on my back like a towing weight. I teeter on thoughts of tying my tongue to a loudspeaker, communicating help by any means necessary. All I want is this cloud of water to stop floating above my head. All I want is an umbrella of hands to make me feel the touch of protection.